Baalbek. Far older than the Romans, no civilization we know of left any record of building it. Could the secrets buried underneath this temple finally reveal the identity of a lost global civilization? 6 columns still stand, remnants of a Roman temple. But what lies beneath them is far more interesting than above. We will try to understand what built them and what they were built on top of. Something was constructed here that should not have been possible. The heaviest stones in history, stacked with near-perfect precision, and even today, we have more questions than answers. Situated about 80 kilometers northeast of Beirut, Lebanon, in the fertile Beqaa Valley, Baalbek has been occupied since approximately 9000 BCE, among the oldest continuously inhabited sites in the ancient world. The Phoenicians named it Baalbek, Lord Baal of the Beqaa, and raised the first sacred precinct here to their supreme storm god Baal and his consort Astarte. Today we associate the name Baal with Jewish demonology, the prince of hell. But before this, Baal was a god of lightning, rain and fertility, and the platform beneath Baalbek may have been ground zero for his worship. We must start at the beginning to understand the true mystery of Baalbek. The Phoenicians laid massive foundation stones weighing over 100 tons each, but beneath, there was something far larger. Beneath was a megalith 8 times as large, the 800-ton blocks of the Trilithon. Not just older, but fundamentally different. Did the Phoenicians build this too? Or did they inherit it? After the Phoenicians, Alexander the Great's successors marched into the valley and renamed the site Heliopolis, the city of the sun. To the Greeks, the local storm god Baal became Helios, the sun god. Civilizations built on Baalbek's foundation, unable to move the stones below. Rome arrived next, intent on transforming Baalbek, now Heliopolis, into the largest religious complex on Earth. At its heart would stand the Temple of Jupiter. Imagine it at full completion, all 54 towering columns standing, the largest Roman temple ever constructed anywhere in the ancient world. But raising a monument of this scale required a gargantuan physical effort. Beginning in 27 BCE, it took 2 centuries of agonizing labor to carve this dream into reality. Beside it rose the Temple of Bacchus, today the best preserved pagan temple in the world. Its stone surfaces covered in vine scroll reliefs of near miraculous precision. These temples represent the absolute peak of Roman achievement. But there is a massive problem. The Romans didn't build the platform they stand on. They built on top of something else. Tucked deep into the western retaining wall of this platform is where the true mystery of Baalbek lies, and where standard history completely falls apart. Known as the Trilithon, these are 3 colossal stone blocks. Each weighs up to 800 tons, fitted together without mortar, so tightly you cannot slide a knife blade between them. A Boeing 747 weighs 400 tons. The best Roman crane lifted 60. One Trilithon block is 13 times that. The blocks are set with incredible precision, fitted so nothing passes between them. No mortar, just such geometric accuracy, suggesting a highly mathematical design, beyond expected of something so ancient. Many have hypothesized that the Romans went back and built beneath the original Phoenician foundation, but not one Roman text, engineering record, or contemporary account describes how these enormous blocks were placed. To solve the mystery, we must trace the stones back to the exact spot they were born. Less than a kilometer away lies the ancient limestone quarry, the raw, jagged scar in the earth where these mountains of stone were birthed. One stone never left the quarry. The stone of the pregnant woman, approximately 1,000 tons, lying where it was shaped for 2,000 years. In 2014, another larger stone was found beneath the earth. 1,650 tons, the largest quarried stone in human history. Who made them, and why did they stop? No ancient source has left an answer. This is where the story opens up, as people have posited theories far beyond Rome, even supernatural ones. The argument runs, the Trilithon so exceeds Roman capacity it must predate Rome, left by a civilization we carry no other memory of. Sitchin, a researcher who claimed to translate ancient Sumerian cuneiform, proposed a more radical origin. He focused on the Anunnaki, who, in Mesopotamian mythology, were the supreme pantheon of gods. The Anunnaki were said to descend from the sky to decree the fates of mankind. But Sitchin translated their name as those who from heaven to earth came, arguing they were advanced extraterrestrial travelers. He theorized a landing platform of immense stone was needed to support their spacecraft, the foundation of Baalbek, and that Baalbek and Giza were built in a precise line as a landing corridor. The texts Sitchin drew from are genuinely ancient, primarily the Enuma Elish, the Epic of Gilgamesh, though his translations remain fiercely contested by linguists and scientists alike. Long before Sitchin, ancient scribes recorded a hybrid race of titanic size and power, the Nephilim. They appear in Genesis and the Book of Enoch, across 3 religions, as a terrifying, towering presence. The mind reaches for explanations like the Nephilim or Anunnaki because Baalbek is genuinely extraordinary, the historical silence genuinely strange, and the engineering gap measurably real. But the archaeological record shows 9,000 years of unbroken, continuous, fully human occupation. Not interrupted, not reset, continuous. If we strip away the myths, we are left confronting a mirror. That humans just like us, armed with nothing but copper chisels, hemp ropes, and absolute fanatical devotion, conquered gravity itself. A leading theory is mechanical scaling. Architect Jean-Pierre Adam proposed 14 wooden capstans anchored in bedrock, turning 500 men into millions of kilograms of force. But some engineers disagree. Wooden rollers could have splintered under the weight. Their alternative, the blocks were never moved, but poured in place, using a lost, dense geopolymer concrete that cured into solid limestone. The final puzzle, lifting them 8 meters. One theory says they didn't. They buried the platform, then used a ramp to slide the stones into place, then excavated the earth away. It means they didn't need lost technology. They possess something we no longer understand, a collective, unified will so powerful that moving a mountain felt not just possible, but sacred. What's unsettling about Baalbek is that it can be explained, and that explanation requires a level of human capability that feels almost impossible, especially to a modern mind trapped in a world of instant convenience. Phoenician priests, Greek kings, Roman emperors. Each civilization inherited this titan and chose to build higher. Empires rise and fade, but the stage remains. Perhaps the most honest monument at Baalbek is the one that never moved. A portrait of human ambition frozen at its limit. It stands as a reminder of what we once possessed. The explanation is not lost. It is simply written in a language of weight and stone that we no longer know how to read. We hope you enjoyed our video on Baalbek. If you did, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment regarding which explanation you find the most compelling. Your support means the world to us. And with that, we'll see you in the next one.